How you doing, everyone? It's Kevin. I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be making some pulled pork and some barbecue sauce on the grill. So today it's actually the day before, and I'm just going to get things ready because I'm going to be putting this thing on at about 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to take you guys along with me and show you what we're going to do, how we're going to make it. Alright, we're going to show you what we're going to be using. We got a 5-pound pork shoulder, about 5 pounds, and we cut most of the fat layer off the back side. We want to keep a little bit of that fat because that's going to give us flavor. We got one medium to large onion. We have hot sauce. We're going to use hot sauce in this. We're going to use apple cider vinegar. We're going to use some apple juice, ketchup, whatever type of ketchup you like is fine, and some garlic powder and brown sugar. This recipe isn't really that hard. It's going to be a pretty easy one. So we're going to go ahead and get everything cut up and put in the bowl and get it ready for in the morning when we're ready to cook. We're just going to cut our onion up, and this onion doesn't have to be real small. It's just going to cook down, and this is going to cook right beside the pork shoulder as it's cooking. And when I start adding this stuff in here, you can add whatever you want to taste. But I will tell you how much I put of each thing in the bowl. So we're just going to start off with a bowl and getting this all mixed together. So you're going to need about a teaspoon of garlic powder or more, just whatever you like. That'll be fine. 1/4 cup of brown sugar. You're going to need a 1/2 cup of ketchup. One and a half cups of apple juice. Quarter cup of apple cider vinegar. Hot sauce to taste. Now, any of them ingredients we put in there, you can adjust them any way you want. Now, don't forget, this is going to cook down on the grill. When you're cooking, this is going to cook right beside the pulled pork. It's not going to get a lot of heat, but it's definitely going to cook down. We're going to slide that out of the way and pull over our pork shoulder, and we're going to use some dry rub on our pork shoulder, and this is going to cook right in on the grill. We're going to leave it in the pan and let it cook on the grill for about 12 hours, 10 to 12 hours. So we're going to rub that over. We're going to do the whole pork shoulder with this seasoning. And we're just using a steak and chop seasoning. This is just a good seasoning I use all the time. So try to get it good and coated really good. So that looks pretty good. I think that'll be fine. Okay, we're going to wrap this in aluminum foil. And this will be ready to go on the grill. Like I said, about 3 or 4 in the morning, I'll put this on the grill. Alright, I think it's time to put that pork shoulder right on the grill and get her cooking. We have our pork shoulder on here, and we got our barbecue rub. seasoning right here. Everything's going to sit there and cook on. We're going to cook at about 200 to 225 degrees for about 12 hours. All we're going to do in about every hour, we're going to rotate this meat just like this and put it back in every hour until it's good and done. Alright, this is the first time opening up. It's been an hour. All we're going to do is spin our pork shoulder around and let her cook another hour. Okay, hour 2. Okay, let's give our little sauce here a little bit of a stir. Now it's been, actually, I fell asleep, so it's been on for 2 hours. And we're just going to flip this around and let her cook some more. I just figured I'd stir up the sauce here a little bit. You can see the steam's rolling off of it. It'll cook down, that's for sure. Looking good. Another hour down. Alright, it's been about 6 hours. We're going to go ahead and take the cover off of this, and we'll let it cook for the last 6 hours uncovered. I'm going to turn it around, and then we're going to let it keep cooking there. Let it dry up just a little bit now. Alright, let's see what she's looking like. Look at that thing. Oh, that looks so good. Man. The bone is just starting to move here, shrinking down. Look at our sauce. Look how our sauce is thickening up now. And what we'll do is we'll be putting some of that on top of this. I'll get me a ladle or something, or a brush, and we'll keep that coated with this stuff. And then when it's all said and done, we'll get this pulled off the bone, and then we'll put the rest of this barbecue sauce right in there. I'll give you guys a close-up of that. Look at that thing. Look. Oh, that's a nice looking piece of meat. It's gonna be good. Our sauce is starting to thicken up. We could either use that for dipping sauce. We're just gonna pour it right on the pulled pork when it's all done. Looking good. Okay, our pork shoulder is done. We're gonna wrap this in some aluminum foil. We're gonna get our aluminum foil and wrap this in aluminum foil. I've been putting some of the barbecue sauce. Every once in a while I come out and put a little bit on it. We're gonna wrap it in some aluminum foil here, and we're gonna let it rest for a while, probably about, I don't know, maybe half hour. Gonna let it rest and kind of cool down, because we got to pull this thing apart. We're gonna go ahead and turn our heat off. Check out our barbecue sauce is gonna be good. Can you guys see that down in there? Look at that. That's what we're gonna pour over top of it once we get it all pulled apart. And that's been cooking just as long as that pork shoulder. Alright, it's been about 30 minutes, and we're going to go ahead and take this roast out. Now we're going to keep the juice off of this. We might want some of this juice. So I'm just going to take the juice I'm going to pour it right in this bowl if I can. We may want a little bit of that juice. So we'll set that off to the side. And now we're just going to start pulling it apart. Now, if there had happened to be some fat or something you don't like in there, take it out. It's not a big deal. But our bone, here's our bone. Let's see. Oh my, look at that. Look how that just comes apart. There's the bone. How easy was that? So at this point is what you're going to do is you're going to start shredding it up. And what I do is I'll take a couple forks and we'll just start pulling it apart. And until we got it all shredded up. And that's why they call it pulled pork, because you want to just be able to pull it right off the bone. So I'm going to work on pulling this guy apart and taking things that I don't want in there out of there, and then we'll get you guys back in here because we're going to be putting the barbecue sauce on this. It's going to be when it's going to really be good. Now that we got all of our pork off and all the fat and gristle and veins and all that stuff out of it, I'm going to take a little bit of it at a time and put it on the cutting board, and we're going to shred this up even a little bit smaller. We're just going to cut it up a little bit smaller, not much, just chunking it up. Just so you don't have real big long stringy pieces in your sandwich. And then we're going to put it right on the other side here, and we're going to keep doing that until we got it all chunked up good. Alright, now that we got our pork in there, it's chopped up pretty good. Just going to spread it out here. And then I'm going to take about a half a cup of this broth, and we're going to just put about a half a cup on here, just a little bit, because this is the juice. Just a little bit over the top, not much. That's good. Now we're going to go get our barbecue sauce. Alright, so the barbecue sauce that we've been cooking the whole entire time with the pork shoulder, we're going to go ahead and dump this over the top of it. Hopefully we can get it all out of there. That looks pretty good. Set that off to the side. And now we're going to just take our forks and we're going to mix this all up. And if we need a little bit more moisture, we can always take a little bit more of that juice that was in the bottom of the pan and put it in there. Boy, does that look good. You guys getting hungry yet? Alright, that's your pulled pork. Alright, for this part here, you're going to need yourself a good bun. And these are good buns. Definitely. The best buns you can find, that's what you want. So we'll go ahead and make us up a sandwich. We're going to give this stuff a try. My mouth's watering already. Just going to take it, make us a good old sandwich here. It's not going to work. We're going to have 2 forks for this part. Oh, now that looks like a sandwich there. Oh yeah. How's that look? Full pulled pork sandwich. Making you guys hungry out there? I'm gonna give it a try here. Gonna give it a try. Okay. perfect. Now, when you're making that barbecue sauce, you can add whatever you want to it in the amounts, but I will leave it on the screen what I put in this recipe here. You may want to add more of something or less of something, but it's just up to your taste. So this makes a pretty good sandwich, I'll tell you that right now. Well, I'd like to tell everybody thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment if you'd like. Till next time.